Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we are talking about Vechain, VET. So the last video I made on Vechain got a ton of positive support, and so I've decided to cover this coin a lot more often. But let me know by pressing the like button and commenting down below what your stance is. Like, would you like to see more Vechain, or do you not like Vechain at all? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's dive right into it. So a couple of days ago, to set a little bit of a baseline, we were talking about this trend line for Vechain, or basically a triangle, an ascending triangle, which you can see with the top here at about 14 cents or so, and again ascending with the support levels. Now what happened is we just broke out earlier today, or officially yesterday evening for my time frame, and that made it so we did not get to retest our 14 cent area and did not get to retest this critical resistance right here, which we wanted to see for a bullish breakout to, again, get bullish on things. Now, obviously, like I've explained in different videos on my channel, it is with the basis that Bitcoin broke out to the downside. But what I've often said is that whenever there's a breakout to either side, I will only trade it once we have proper confirmation. And proper confirmation is formed when you see candles close after the initial breakout candle. The thing is, and that's specifically for Vechain so important, all of this could still be a fake out. Yes, a fake out. What that means is that you have a breakout towards either side, but that breakout is quickly again brought into the right kind of momentum, mostly because of some event or some sort of manipulation. Right now, what we see going on with crypto space in general is a huge amount of FUD, a huge amount of panic by China as a part of it, but also Elon Musk as a part of it, also the US Fed as a part of it, also the US being able to hack Bitcoin as a part of it. Then again, if you start to think about it, one of the greatest parts of FUD are regulations over in China. Then again, if you start to consider that Vechain, for example, could partner up officially with the government, a lot of those things actually fall away. And if you start to consider that Elon Musk has said things about proof of work coins mostly, that one also falls away. And if you start to think that the government has maybe cracked that proof of work crypto, then that one also falls away. And if you take away, it can take almost anything away here. And in the end of things, Vechain is just getting a huge amount of adoption and a huge amount of usage. And again, another important point to, I think, understand is that whatever happens to the price, Vechain's utility will go on. So whatever happens to the crypto market here, it can go as low as it wants to. In the end, it's not going to matter for Vechain's further development, as they are quote-unquote properly regulated. Now, officials from 3 main Chinese districts visited Vechain's Singapore office to facilitate a partnership. VET says it is still committed to serving the community, enterprises, and the government to foster blockchain growth. And China has fully embraced blockchain technology, but is still against cryptocurrencies. And this last part makes it so interesting, specifically how Vechain got to integrate themselves in all of this then by still being crypto is to me mind-boggling. Then again, it does show you China is really negative towards Bitcoin, really positive towards Vechain. That is a huge, huge, huge factor. Because think about it. What if they banned just literally every crypto thing related? And Vechain is one of the only projects still standing. That would be huge, right? China has a lot of people, a lot of influence, so damn. Specifically being the first countries to really develop CBDC properly. It's a really big advantage, guys. It's a really, really nice thing. Then there's the signalist over on TradingView who yesterday put up this little idea, Bitcoin, you decide, we follow. And basically, again, you can see here, if we break up to the downside, upside, the bulls are taking over. Downside is bears taking over. Resistances can be seen right here, 37 and about 40,000. Supports at about 30,000 and 27,900. And obviously, this is the triangle that most people are watching. These are some outer triangles because there's a little bit of deviance as to which one you should pick. Bada boom, bada bing, we broke out to the downside. And right now, again, we are kind of waiting for a retest of our lower area here at about $30,000 flat. We actually have yet to touch that. And for Vechain, I would like to, trust me, I would like to put in some numbers for you guys, some real big zones. But ultimately, right now is just following Bitcoin along. If we're talking about Vechain specifically, of course, our most interesting point here is 9.2-ish cents. Our second most interesting is about 6.5 or so cents. But the fun part is that we've seen all these price levels in the last couple of weeks here. Even freaking 4.6 cents over on Binance here was actually hit a couple of days ago. And that does also make you think. Like, Vechain is so freaking fluctuating. It is ridiculous how much this one fluctuates. It is absolutely mind-boggling. And it was actually not one of the coins that usually survives big bearish runs or big bearish breakouts. Some coins that actually do are, for example, the fuel tokens. In this specific case, I think Theta Fuel also did quite well. Let's quickly check it out. Theta Fuel did do quite well. I'm not exactly sure how Vechain Thor is actually holding up. You can actually type it in, VThor, if we can find it. See how that one is holding up itself. This one is down. No, it's still down minus 12% or so. So this one is also falling along quite heavily. Trading volume up 100% though. Okay. But no, sometimes those actually do well, even though the main cryptocurrency is doing bad and the entire crypto market is falling. Right now, that's not the case though. This one is also falling along. Too bad, but then again, it's a good opportunity to buy some more. So where would I buy some more? What would my target be? Well, I guess, just kind of set my targets as the prices we've hit before. So basically, a first target at about 9, let's say a little bit above there, 9.4. A second target at about 6.7, and a third target right around here to maybe like about 5.1 cent or so, maybe around like something like that. Mostly because the majority of my Vechain was bought under a cent. Then again, I do need to average in and get myself more coins, but I will definitely not go all in on a first buy. I am still expecting more bearish momentum to continue on forward, so I am giving a lot of money for some deeper dips. Then again, I might just buy, for example, a 10% bag right there, a 15% bag right there, and a 20% bag right there. We shall see, but I will definitely be buying as we get lower. Then Vechain Booster promised a supply chain panacea, but I have some doubts. Utility is just half the question or equation for VET to USD, perhaps less important half. Now, it's again what you're always going to see. Where Vechain has gained popularity is its niche business category. As CoinMarketCap simply describes it, VET is a blockchain-powered supply chain platform. Specifically, Vechain aims to use distributed governance and Internet of Things technology to create an ecosystem which solves some of the major problems with supply chain management, like we've covered in the previous video. Distributed governance, that's just a fancy term for community-driven consensus. It's the people's supply chain system. And you should be asking yourself, who asked for this? Well, I mean, isn't it quite logical? And I mean, Vechain is really a juicy crypto. I don't have to get too far into it. You'll always, however, see two sides of things, where it's always people being positive, always people being negative. It's nothing new, it's nothing new, it's nothing new. Then Vechain price prediction. We've covered it before. I am extremely bullish on Vechain. Longer term, I still have really high hopes. Regardless of what happens now, I believe it's a cycle, so we will get up from here. Now, talking about some other coins like Litecoin and Stellar, can those, or even Vechain, match up against a falling Bitcoin? No. Most coins are actually not able to do that, specifically when a coin breaks out. Right now, Bitcoin broke out to the downside. That's not what they anticipated right here. But make sure you understand that almost any other altcoin will actually go down more than Bitcoin right now. If you want to be safe in falls like this, I would personally say Bitcoin is the one that moves least. Then again, if you are trying to get a rebound or a bounce back upwards, for example, right now, if we take the bottom here, there's a very high likelihood that Vechain's gains from the bottom are going to be double as big as those of Bitcoin. And since we don't know if this is just a fake out, even for Bitcoin, for Vechain, there's even higher of a chance, but all right. For Bitcoin, it could be that going to Bitcoin is a little bit of a waste of opportunity, as altcoins will most likely gain a lot more. Then again, Litecoin is not really a coin I like too much. It's not a likeable coin because it doesn't really do anything that extra. You might call Lightning Network, or you might call it just a little bit of a better version of Bitcoin, but still, I think it's kind of dumb. And Stellar, I do like. Then again, they will just fall down as hard. And the fun part about Stellar is that the news articles are really deteriorating. There's not that much stuff coming out, except for right now. Like, prices are doing bad, bada boom, bada bing. A huge amount of Stellar articles are all of a sudden coming out, only talking about the price though, obviously. There's not that much coverage anymore of Stellar's developments, and that's something which I really don't like. Right here, you can see that Stellar basically just plunged This is pretty stupid. With the broader crypto universe, after Tesla stopped Bitcoin payments and China banned institutional crypto trading, I'm just saying here, guys, Stellar is really undervalued right now, to the degree that they are doing quite a lot, but people are not noticing it. People are not witnessing it. People are not looking it up. I think that has a lot to do with articles and just coverage. Stellar is not getting the attention that it deserves, maybe because it's XRP's little brother. I'm not exactly sure about that, but right now people are only talking about the price when it does negative, and of course when the price is good, nobody's there. And that's again a fun little thing which you often see with these cryptocurrency projects. People are there to talk about the negative side of things, but they're not there to talk about the good things. They're not there to cover the progress. They're not there to cover the outbreaks that I'm gonna say in terms of utility outbreaks, for example, that type of stuff. They're only there once there's a really catchy headline about, oh, this one is dumping, or price prediction, can it recover? Here's another one, drops 60% from peak, blah, 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 blah. And even though this one is talking about buying the dip, so it's actually a positive thing, it's only then that they start to pull up. I've waited so long for proper Stellar articles. They're not coming out that much anymore like they used to do back in the day. So a little bit let down by that. Vechain is really, really thriving though. And remember guys, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, I used to always do Stellar XLM and Vechain VET videos together. For years I've done that. Every single day I used to do one update, but after a little while, Stellar just kind of disappointed me a couple of times in a row. And then after a little while extra, the articles started to stop. There was not that much coverage anymore, and that's just a really sad thing to see because the coin and the project did not change that much. They just kept on expanding. Then again, I don't really have any price targets for XLM short term. I don't really have any buy targets either. I'm still holding that one. I will never sell my XLM completely. Same thing for Vechain. Vechain, however, is really a lot more undervalued right now. Is 10 cents a good price? Well, if you compare it to where it was a couple of days ago or a couple of months ago, then of course 10 cents is extremely high. This is one of the best performers in the bull run, and so 10 cents still is a huge amount of gains from the point at which I bought. Then again, for where it should be, I think Vechain is still ridiculously low, and I still think it can easily become a top 10 crypto. But guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.